What's up, y'all? That's how you know I'm getting crazy. If I say y'all, we have issues. These are on backwards. And everything's hacked. But like the hackers don't know how to hack. And so like they've got control, but they don't know what to do with it. And like buttons that are supposed to do things don't do things. And then sometimes they do differently. That's not how, you know? So it's like whatever. Anyways, it's just after 11 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. I know things. Like, they will censor me. They will not tell you the date that I posted this, but that's a you problem. So, anyways, I just wanted to drop a little something because it has come to my attention that there are people who message me that do not explicitly solicit their inquiries and still need to be told how. Okay, so here we go. This morning, I was exploring what information is known about secession of royals. Because USA was freed from UK, I think it poignant to start there. It's not for United States being the most precipitous in developments that I think it may be the only reference for such advancements. But as you know, there isn't any allocation or designation to royalty in the American Constitution. With that being said, I found a reference for the 324 years of British administration. And there's an attachment to this email. Recently, a few things have come up of interest to Great Britain, which would be Elizabeth's death, primogeniture, and there being an heir marrying into a neighbor country, which changed nationalism. None of this is very interesting because it isn't at all practical to suspect the same thing to transpire for hundreds of years, which is to say that congratulations. But of course, those involved are much too flattered by the changes, as if it will always be that way, and it isn't. Because, FYI, the first freaking monarch of the UK, being Anne, from 1702 to 1714, which is only 12 years. And there have only been 3 female leads, even though it's called a monarch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in total. I would also like to PSA Anne of Scots, because she was queen at freaking a week old. Yeah, she wasn't even a freaking person yet. So that's dumb. Anyways, you don't know things. I'm not done. You don't know things. And you are too flattered by how much they get to. And you know why they get to? Because they get to. That's why they're royal. Pain in the ass. It is of my opinion that the Indian occupation and the African occupation there in Great Britain weren't properly administered. I would know because I applied for refugee housing and was informally put out by an Iranian claiming possession over residency. I wasn't deported. I was repatriated. But the Iranian stayed. I was thrown out on the streets by police officers. And he
stayed. I had nowhere to go. I am educated, okay? And my family told me that they were graduates, but I didn't go to the freaking graduation. I didn't go to the freaking weddings neither. Okay? They claimed they had diplomas, but they had not demonstrated that to me. Okay? It isn't because of my privilege that I feel I am warranted in commenting on subjects of governance and matters of state. I know how. And without pretentiousness or greed, something no one has accomplished, reply welfare, affordable housing, employment, inequity, and parity. No one wants to know what I have to say. But they will still just as soon take credit for my words. I got these hoity-toity bitches that literally don't do anything except criticize me and stake a claim to my work. They want to claim ownership over house, even though they never slept here one night. They want to claim my children. Like I don't feel suicide about being away from the children. I have genuine motivations, and I can prove my efforts a million ways. 725 million ways. And people at least got a bone to pick with me, because guess what? We haven't anything to argue about. That's why no one is around. When you care, you find something to discuss. Because guess what? Guess what I say? Guess what I say? If they wanted to, they would. That's what I say. If they wanted to. You walk across that. You walk that crosswalk. If they want to hit you, they're gonna. Caring alone isn't enough to compensate for education or application. And you sound like you patronize me. One of these days, you come begging for my help. And even though rejected me hundreds of times, I could do what I do. And you will benefit. But the difference is you never see nothing but yourself. I have no friends. I do not have a single friend. I have no friends. You understand me? No, you're not showing up. You're not pulling up. I am angry. And also, I'm educated. And I know the accent that I slipped into is from SNL. Thank you very much. And I didn't mean to, but we just leave it at that. Like, if you know, you know. You don't know, you don't know. You don't watch SNL, you don't know. And in case you don't know, SNL stands for Saturday Night Live. It's not Saturday. But it is. It's always Saturday, but easy peasy, baby. Get the picture? Yeah. When you want to, you do. If you wanted to, you would. I don't want to hear it. Hey, at DREWID73. This one's for you. Hey, how much do I? Hey, experience it. Hey, I hate my life. You want to freaking pipe off to me in the comments when I'm so unhappy? I don't know you. And you want to still pull up and still freaking criticize me even though I'm so unhappy?